hope you all had a great weekend. I had a good weekend. What did I do Friday? I was Friday evening just home and working and reading and things like that. On Saturday, I went to Cincinnati because our family celebrated Emily this weekend. Emily is my younger daughter, and she is actually, tomorrow is her last day of her second year of grad school, and she has one more. She's studying physical therapy, and their pinning ceremony from last year obviously was canceled and postponed several times, and they finally did it on Saturday. The students and the staff were there, social distance, masks, all that, but we went to Cincinnati and watched at her apartment with it being live streamed, so that was fun. And I even took pictures. She laughed when I sent her all the pictures I took. She said, "Wow, I can't believe how many." I said, "It's a mom thing. You'll get it someday." But we're really proud of her, and it was fun to celebrate that special moment with her. This is the card I made for her, and that uses the new hand-penned designer series paper. And the frame is actually from the bundle is called Color and Contour, and it's a floral, but the die set is amazing. It has 5 different scallop type rectangles, and you can layer them, you can frame them, you can nest them, and each of those 5 are a little bit different. This one happens to have the stitching with the scallops, but there's some scallops that are cut out. It's just marvelous. I can't wait. I wish I could show you inside the catalog right now, but I can't until May 4th when the catalog goes live. So I had something different planned for today, but if you saw my Facebook post from last evening, you would have seen my very fancy clutch that I took to the Oscar night. Well, it's not a real clutch at all. I made it from paper and cardstock, and it holds a popcorn treat. And of course, what goes better with movies than popcorn? But I showed that last night, and I put dimensions on my blog and people are still asking me, can I do a video? So I thought, well, I'll move today's Facebook Live plans to Wednesday, and I will show you how to make this. We'll make some adjustments as well, and I'll give you some ideas of different ways that you can use this. It's a really easy, fun project. So I'm going to flip my camera around. While I'm doing that, if you would be so kind as to share this video, I would appreciate it very, very, very much. And I'll flip the camera now. This was the inspiration from for my Oscar night clutch that I made yesterday. This was a project that I made with some of my team members. We at one of our Super Saturday events several years ago, and I came across it. Obviously, I need to throw that popcorn out, but it's it's a sample, so I wanted people to see what it was for. But I had it out, and I thought, what could I do with this? And I started thinking kid parties, whatever. And then somehow this weekend, it just came to me, oh, I need an Oscar night treat. And this is what I came up with. And I used magnets to close it. Now, depending on the gift, you might want to use some kind of different closure than magnets. Velcro, even just like if it's a kid's party and you're making something like this for a little girl birthday favors, you might even just use a dimensional to hold that closed, and they're gonna, open it that way. So the paper I used is one of our new ones coming May 4th from the new annual catalog. And it is called Simply Elegant Specialty Designer Series Papers. So on one side of each of the papers, there are metallics. It's a little bit hard to show with the glare you get, but I think you get a good idea. There are silvers, gold, copper accents, brass color accents, and just really beautiful, elegant designs. Now, when I first saw this in the catalog, I have to be honest and say, I didn't even, nothing came to me. I had no ideas how I might use this. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, the ideas were coming. And it does use black and gray, vanilla and white. So lots of assortments of neutrals. So you can make some really elegant projects. Even some masculine things would work. This could work for masculine. I think of anniversaries, weddings, bridal showers, Mother's Day, all kinds of special events. So I am going to show you how to make my popcorn purse, as I'll call it. And I'm going to have, let's see, Joyce Wilhelm, you were the first person on. And I've already used this paper, so I'm going to have you choose a different one. So from my left to right, tell me which paper you would like me to use. And it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And I'll wait a moment for you to respond, Joyce. Hopefully you're still here. Hi, Sharon and Julie and Tracy. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Mary Lou. Let's wait a minute and see if Joyce is still with me. There she is. Oh, she was posting. Joyce is a multitasker. I don't think she ever sleeps or sits down. She's a busy woman. But that's a great thing, a great problem to have. Number 1, this one with the gold. Okay, you got it. Now this one, excuse me, is gold on white. Okay, and it has a pretty inside as well. The back side is gray and vanilla, but we're going to work with this side, and I'm going to put that on a white base. Did anybody watch the Oscars? Did you see, I can't think of her name all of a sudden. I can picture her, and I can picture the white dress she was wearing. It's going to come to me. Viola Davis. Did anybody see her dress? That was my favorite of the night. Okay, so we need to start with a piece of cardstock that measures 7 inches by 11 inches. So this is 8.5 by 11. So I'm just going to cut off 1.5 inches, and that will give me my, oops, my blade fell out. That will give me my 7 inches wide. I do always enjoy seeing the gowns. Some of them are pretty over the top. I don't know if I could pull them off, but that white dress that Viola Davis wore to me was just stunning, as were many. Okay, now you're going to turn this to the long side, and we're going to score 4 lines. We're going to score at 4 inches, 4.5, 8.5, and 8 3/4. And you'll fold all those score lines. I should have my bone folder out for better scoring. There it is. I want to score all those, or fold them on the score lines and burnish those folds nicely. That'll help your project come together a little better. So now you can see how the popcorn purse will come together. Oh, there was a lot of gold at the Oscars. Yes, there was a lot of dresses that were completely gold. And who was the host at the beginning who wore that blue? I think she called it Carolina blue with all the rhinestones going down the dress. That was pretty amazing too. Now you want to round the corners. I'm using our trio punch. You want to round the corners of the small flap. That's going to be the front. Now I need to work with my designer series paper. I'm going to cut this 6 3/4 by 10 3/4. With the long side at the top, you're going to score at, and for here, the score lines are an 1/8 inch lower than they were for the cardstock. So now I'm going to score at 3 7/8, 4 3/8, 8 3/8, and 8 5/8. We've got the large flap, the back, and the small flap. We want to round our corners on that small flap. And once again, I'm just going to use my fingers. This paper folds really easily. And now we're going to put this together. So you're going to be matching up those small areas that have been folded. And you can, it doesn't matter if you work left to right, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. And I do want to make sure, especially this edge, that it sticks nicely. So I'm going to put some there. But I'm just going to go around the edges of the back of my DSP. Actually, maybe I'll add a little more to those larger areas. Oh yes, I did hear about that. The 69,000 sequins on one of the dresses. Amazing. Can you imagine working on that? Holy moly. I like the multi-purpose glue for this because when you close it, your paper may move a little bit just because of the folded DSP going over the folded cardstock. So this is what it looks like from the side. Here's the front and here's the inside. Now, and believe it or not, I ate the last popcorn package I had in my pantry, so I don't have another one to put in here. But what I wanted to tell you about that is you want a very strong adhesive when you put that in. So I used the Stampin' Seal. You can, and I just did 2 stripes and I pressed the popcorn pack down. Another good option for that would be to use our tear and tape. Okay, just something that holds that in place nicely. And I'm sure you can think of other things to put inside here, maybe the large Hershey bars or is it Dove chocolate that has a big candy bar too? I don't know. But anyways, what I want to tell you, if you put that in first, it makes it easier when you're putting on your closures. Now I'm going to use these little magnets I bought that came right after, were delivered to my house right after I did the Facebook Live on making the backpack that Tracy Dolling inspired me to make. But I like these. Now, for something like this, if I were giving it as a gift, maybe to a woman or something like that for Mother's Day or birthday or whatever occasion, it could be a bridal shower gift as well, or bridal shower favor. So what I like to do, and remember that opposites attract when you're working with with magnets. So I've got two together. I ordered these from Amazon, and I ordered 8mm by 1mm size. But what I did was, and don't try to pull them apart, try to just, they come like this in this plastic wrap in a box, and I just keep them in there. But you know, you could pull them out and I could stick them right there on my Archon stand. But what I was going to tell you is when you try to pull these apart, if you just try to pull off, it's hard. But if you try to slide off the number you need, like right there, I'm sliding off 2, that's a little bit easier. And of course, you could use other closures as well. So what I'm going to do is they're stacked too. I put a mini glue dot on the one, and I stuck it to the inside of my purse flap. Now remember, this is the side that has to match up with that because opposites attract. If I have it the opposite side, they're going to be jumping, and I might lose it. So I flip to the other side. I'm putting on a glue dot like that, and then I'm going to stick it back on there. And this is why I said you want to have your popcorn or your candy bar or whatever inside here. I just put in a stamp pad just because it's about the same height. And you press it down, and then you can just pull them apart like that. Easy peasy. I did also find that it's easier to do that when you put the magnet onto the roll of glue dots and pull off the glue dot like that. The glue dot lays flatter rather than putting the glue dot down first. So that's my purse. Okay, now we need to finish it off here, and we should do something kind of fancy. I don't know what that, how about this? And gosh, this is retiring. I hate to see that small bloom punch go because I love it so much. One, two, I have an idea for this. And then I'm going to use 2 of my circle punches. Let me see how this looks first though. Oh, let me see, I might want to try the smaller one. Okay, I'm going to use the 1.5 and the 2-inch punches. And all 3 of those circle punches are retiring, the 1.5, the 2, and the 2 1/4. So if you really like those and you don't have them yet, I would get them before they're gone. And I'm going to punch. Oops, where did I put my gold? There we go. So I did a 1.5 inch from basic white and a 2-inch circle from the metallic gold. I don't know why I'm losing my voice. I'm going to use some mini dimensionals on the back here. We're going to make this look very, very elegant to finish off our little popcorn purse. Now be thinking of other ways that you could use this. In other words, what different things can you put in here? I have some ideas. I got some other ideas from viewers who were commenting on my post last night. My favorite idea for something like this was somebody, and I don't remember who or on what site they commented, but they said, what a great idea for a welcome to the neighborhood gift, a new neighbor gift. Maybe enclose a video with it and say, welcome to your new home, enjoy movie night on me. And I thought that was a fabulous idea. Now for those flowers, they need a pretty center. So I'm going to go with the large white pearls. There we go. This would be fun for Mother's Day, even including, the popcorn and saying, let's have a new movie night together, Mom, or let's go out to the movies if people are doing that in your area. And I am going to put some dimensionals on the back of the white circle as well, too, before I stick it onto the gold circle. Just like that. And I'll put that right in the center. So I only want my adhesive wear on the top half, right? I'm going to stick this back in just because it's easier to glue things down and such. So I only want adhesive on half, and I'm going to put some right here as well. And you just want the top half on the top flap and the bottom half to just hang over. So it looks like that when you open. Ooh, that's not quite centered, is it? Is that more centered? I think so. And there you have it. Easy peasy, right? Now, as I said, you can do popcorn, you can do candy bars. Also, I was going to mention, if you do like a child's birthday party, look at this paper. How fun would this be for a child's birthday party? The bright colors, how fun. Look at those. Or a little summer get-together, summer picnic, and you need some favors. That would be awesome. And you can purchase the single-size popcorn packs that are, they're probably about this wide and that tall. So all you would do is just adjust your size of your cardstock and paper to fit. Oh, some of those, yes, some of those larger gift cards that come on the cardboard and it looks kind of fancy that you don't want to take it off. Yes, I do think that would fit right across there. I'm trying to think what else. Could be a pair of socks to send to grandma or something like that. Just anything. And you could even do the little boxes of mints and gum, and you just adjust your sizes. So it's a super easy project. It's really quite inexpensive to make if you need to do a lot. The magnets are pretty inexpensive themselves, but if you're thinking it's something that you're making a lot of for a summer picnic and people are going to, I hate to say it, but throw out the paper part afterwards, you may want to use something less expensive to do that. Maybe even just one-dimensional in between to hold it closed. Oh, Tracy, great idea with the notebook. Yes, a notebook or those paper pads. That would be awesome. And that would be fun to even stick in your purse. You could put envelopes in there, attach some envelopes, and this is where you would carry your coupons, your store coupons, if you wanted to use it that way yourself. So lots of fun ideas. I hope you enjoy this project. I hope you will give it a try, and I hope you will share it by taking a picture and posting it here as well. One other thing you can do is, and where did I put them? Okay, I had 3 ribbons right here. Here they are. And we have lots of great ribbons. I just pulled out some that might coordinate with that Simply Elegant paper, but you can put a handle, a purse handle on there if you want. Just maybe go around. Why don't we just do it? Okay, might as well just do it instead of talking about it, right? Now what I would do is take some tear and tape, and I'm going to hide the ends of my purse handle right inside here. So I'm going to take some tear and tape and lay it in that 1/4 inch fold. Oh, there's some red on there. And then I can, I'm going to trim this off because I don't want any threads hanging. Do that. And I'm going to go over it with just another little piece. I want to overlap that ribbon a little bit as well. And I'll have the other end of my purse handle overlap that end of the ribbon. And you can decide maybe the size you want it. So I want it there. I'll pull it around this way. Adhere it in place and just snip off the end. And if you cut it at an angle, there's less likely of a chance of it fraying. So now, this is what we have. Isn't that cute? Would that not be fun for a little girl's party? A tea party? Oh, that would be so fun. I don't know if my friend still does it, but my friend Deb Henning, I think it was her. Maybe not. She might correct me on this. But somebody would do an annual, oh no, it wasn't her. I don't think it was her. My old college roommate, her mother-in-law would invite the granddaughters over for tea, and they would have a tea party every year. And I just thought, wouldn't that be cute for a little girl's party, or tea party with grandma, something like that, or tea party with mom, and maybe do a mother-daughter event. Alrighty, so there you have it. I have one quick announcement. Thank you for being with me today. And I do want to say that I am super close to earning my 10th Stampin' Up trip. I believe I am less than $500 away, and I'm hoping to do that this month. So between now and the end of the month, April 30th, which is Friday, I'm giving away 10 free handmade cards for any size order on my website using this host code. So that's 10 hand-stamped cards, which is about a $25 value because I sell them for $2.50 each. But any size order will get you 10 free handmade cards. If you order $100 or more, I will give you 25 free handmade cards. That's today through Friday using this host code. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. I should say, if you did not see this project made, this was Friday's Facebook Live. So you can find it here, and I will be posting it to my blog this week as well. And that was a lot of fun to make, with inspiration from Tracy Dolling, who's a dear friend and on my team. And she learned how to make it from Sam Donald. Have a great week. Happy Monday. I've got a list of things I need to do, a meeting at 2:30, and then I'm planting my flowers. Finally, I've waited 2 weeks. Have a great day. Thanks for spending part of your time with me, Mary Knabe, and please let me know how I can help you with your Stampin' Up! Needs. Bye-bye.